CFOP is a very popular speed solving method in which cubers use to solve the Rubik's Cube really fast. It stands for cross, F2L, OLL, and PLL, and I'm making a series right now called the CFOP series. You should stay along in the series so you can learn how to become a speed cuber. This episode is on cross, and it will be a regular cross tutorial and an advanced cross tutorial. Getting right into the video, here are 5 to 7 tips on how to make an efficient cross every single time. Tip number 1 is to focus on the edges instead of the centers while doing the cross. What I mean by that is, while I'm doing this cross, I'm not focusing on the centers. You focus on the edges. It just helps to get the edges in place. Here's another example, so let's look what we got. So, let's get right into it. While focusing on that, instead of taking it out, we can just do a D, because we know that green is left of orange. So, right like that. Okay. Next one. This is a very easy cross. What we can do is, since we know red is right of blue, we can do a D, and then insert it, and then do a D2. So that's really easy. Final example, we have this. Pretty easy cross. So what we can do is, while focusing on the edges while doing that. On to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is to make your cross in 6 moves or less every single time. Let's go over some examples. Tip number 3 is to not use the yellow daisy. The reason why you shouldn't use the yellow daisy at this level is it slows you down tremendously. Let me show you. So while we're doing this, if I was to do the yellow daisy first, it would take a lot longer when I could just do something like this. That was a bad example. Let me show you one more. So instead of doing this, you can just do something like this. To summarize, tip 3, just don't use the yellow daisy. It slows you down and you're trying to get faster, aren't you? The 4th tip I have is to time your cross. This is huge. This will get you under 10 seconds for your cross. What I mean is, whenever you time stuff, you end up getting faster over time with practice. So if you just do the cross normally every day and you're just mindlessly doing it, you're not working on look ahead or anything, you're not going to get faster. The last and final tip I'm about to share with you will definitely get you faster, but might cost you a little. Let me explain. And finally, the last tip I have is practice. Thanks for watching. Wait, before you go, let me explain why you need to practice. It might sound simple, like, oh, I need to practice because it will get me better over a couple months. So, yeah, but it's more than that. If you practice effectively, it's better. But if you don't practice effectively and you just mindlessly solve and memorize whatever the chitter chatter I said in this whole video, then it's not going to be effective. So, put in the work, put in the hours, and you will see results. Okay, Cuber, out.